Hey everyone, I am Jeremy and this is Disciple Makers. We are courageously striving to multiply followers of Jesus Christ. My sister Kylene a couple of years ago told me this quote. She said, "We never really grow up. We only learn how to act in public." And I thought about it for a second. My first reaction was to laugh. But then the more I thought about that line, I feel like it's really true. That so much of our maturation process is just simply acclimating to what people think we should act like. If we're still throwing tantrums in the middle of a grocery store aisle because we cannot buy Lucky Charms at 42 years old, that's a problem. But if we do that when we're 3 or 4, most people would walk by and go, yeah, that's pretty normal reaction for a kid who didn't get his way, who didn't get his or her Lucky Charms. Been there, done that, probably some of us thought to ourselves. But the reality is we're trying to grow and mature in our faith as we're helping other people in discipleship relationships. Sometimes when it comes to growing in our faith, instead of actually growing here in our hearts, in our minds, we just simply learn how to act in public. We just simply learn how to say the right things, to act in the right ways, to do the right stuff, so that other people, and maybe even we can convince ourselves that God is seeing this about us too, that we are maturing, that we are growing. And I feel like that is one of the things that has caught me up so much in my life, is that instead of doing the real hard transformation work to grow here in my heart, I just simply try to do these outward things that give the appearance that I'm growing. And the reality is this is not unique to me. This is not unique to you. If this resonates with you, this is the story of humanity. This is the story of us trying to relate and connect with the one true living God. This is the story of Israel. This is the story of the scriptures. This is the story of major biblical characters. This is a story of Jesus' interaction with humans while he's here. That the times that he got most frustrated were not with the sinners, not with people who were doing the wrong things blatantly. It was with the people who put on this mask of doing all the right things, but their hearts were far from him. They were saying the right stuff. They were observing all the laws. They were praying all the right prayers. They were fasting in all the right ways. But their hearts were far from Jesus. In fact, there's this line that Jesus says to some of these people, and he quotes the prophet Isaiah. It says, "As it is written, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules." You've let go of the commands of God and are holding on to human traditions. We never really grow up. We just learn how to act in public. And I think that that is a true statement for us trying to mature in our faith, that we just learn how to do and say the right things. But what God ultimately wants from us is our hearts. He wants the why. He wants our motivations. He doesn't want us to just do these things. He wants us to know why we're doing these things and for it to come from the outpouring of our heart as an expression to follow him. And so as we are following Jesus, as we are in discipleship relationships, helping other people to follow and journey with Jesus as well, may we ask the real tough questions. The questions that actually don't get to the outward stuff, but the inner movement of God, the inner working of our heart. It's not just what are you doing, but why are you doing it? And what is the motivation behind what we're doing? And so this week, may we ourselves grow to have our hearts growing towards God. May we help one another ask the hard questions like, what is going on here? Instead of just looking outward at the what, but looking inward at the why. Let's go this week and make disciples.